Columbina, Columbina, a sweet angel, perfect little dove, as innocent as can be and as pure as a ray of light. What a lovely character. I'm sure such a being would never hurt anyone, not even a fly. I mean, surely when looking at her, it's exactly what Genshin intended. You thought so too, right? Well, wrong. Just take a look at this right here, really quick. C6, right? Plus 80 crit damage. She legitimately can become a walking nuclear bomb. And that's exactly what we'll be enabling today. Absolute world domination. Alright, so here's the agenda. In terms of Columbina, today we will level her up to 90, level up her talents, her weapon to 90, artifacts, and lastly, most importantly, of course, the hit list. But you don't have to worry about that until later. With that being said, let's get to work. Let me just get this out of the way. She's not level 1. She's in fact actually 49 levels above that. I was just very, very excited that I got her, so the second I was able to level her up, that's what I did. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold back, I know, I should have. But other than that, I basically didn't do anything. Her weapon is sitting at 20. See, it's sitting at 20. I haven't touched it. Well, I did, technically, but I didn't go further than 20. I held back for once. So we're gonna get the easiest part out of the way first, which is leveling her up to 90. Yes, I did pre-farm. I was very excited. Very excited. So let's just get that out of the way. There seems to be a problem. Oh, they respawned. Oh, thank God. I was actually so worried for a second because I didn't want to look so pathetic again asking for these flowers. Like, I went through like 70 different worlds just to get enough, or quote unquote enough. I think that should be enough. Indeed. She's now at 90. As we know, I did do pre-farming, and I should have enough books. As you can see. We're just gonna speedrun this until the boss materials, I believe. Okay, so we've actually run into a problem. I realized that I actually can't get all of these talents up to the level that I desire, simply because I only fought the boss once. Now, I'm not gonna say who the boss is. I'm gonna try to stay spoiler free for people. However, I only have one. I literally only have one. I can't use the solvent because I don't have any more pieces. So this is the only piece that I have, which is so sad. And see, I would have had more, but this is where my stupidity multiplies because I did this at level 80. Yeah, so I didn't even get the bonus rewards. If I got the bonus rewards, I would have been able to level it up no problem. Maybe not to crown, but definitely higher than what it's at right now. Unfortunately, I'm gonna actually have to wait till Monday. So that's a little embarrassing. However, to make up for it though, I could definitely get the weapon up to 90 today. Although it will involve a lot of begging, more than likely, which kind of sucks. I did another oopsie. I thought, I was coming into this video, I was like, wow, I am so prepared. I've been pre-farming for so long. I forgot to do the weapon. I completely forgot to do the weapon. You know, in my defense, okay? This did not exist, so it's only been like 2 or 3 days, right? This is inexcusable. And it also seems I could just do this. But is that more fun though? But I actually do like fighting new creatures, so... You know, before I fight them, I should honestly probably put at least some artifact. Oh my God, I've been kidnapped again. Dude, bro, release me. You're literally a F2P survivor, bro. You have bigger things to worry about. Let me just go. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I don't know what that thing is, but I'm just gonna honestly go around it. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Oh, that was fantastic. I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is beautiful. Okay, so it appears that I got everything. And I feel like that's so little. Am I crazy for thinking that? Yeah, I got like nothing. Hold on. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay, so I got an okay amount. I think it should be enough to get me to 70 or 80. I can make 24. And this I have to go farm, which I will also do really quick. Also, look at that. The Nouvelette hair, so cute. Oh, that's stunning. So I'm gonna do the domain first. Just get this out of the way, and then I'll see how much farming I have to do for the little critters that I have to kill. Politely, of course. Okay, yeah. So this is fine. I actually have plenty of these. I have so much more than I anticipated. This, however, I'm gonna have to go into a lot of worlds. And this I could definitely get, because I've been saving my resin also for a very long time. So I'm just gonna use a few of those. Perfect. Look at that. Luck was on our side. Okay. Okay, so yes, I now have enough of these. However, I'm gonna have to start actually getting on my hands and knees and begging again. And see, I have a strat. I have a strat for this. I think I might have high chances with this. Now we just have to figure this out. Okay. This is gonna be a very long... This is gonna take forever, bro. Finally. Okay, let's see if they're gonna automatically kick me. Because this has happened before. You be so kind as to let me have the remaining ones. Oh my god, wait. Thank you so much. Okay, finally. I think, hopefully, after that lovely individual let me in, I should have enough. I'm like hoping, like I don't want to go through that. It's like a humiliation ritual. Also, why is this taking forever? Perfect. Oh my god. I don't have to get humiliated anymore. Thank goodness. Okay. This is why Dory's my goat, by the way. Like, I understand a lot of people hate Dory, but I feel like because I understand her in some way, shape, or form, she gives me, like, incredible percentages back. Well, at least luck-wise. Same thing with Mona. Watch. It's okay, though. We're still fine regardless. And now with that... Now, we have brought it up to 90. So with that, Columbina, level 90. Her weapon, level 90. The only thing that we're missing is obviously the talents. Right now, they don't exist. They are not here. However, artifacts. Earlier, I put on some artifacts just because. So this is one of my candidates. I'm talking 31 CV. Really not that bad. Feather has high HP roll, which is great. Columbina loves HP. However, because of that, 28 CV. Kind of low, kind of low. However, as I said, HP. Very nice, very nice. Now, I have this piece right here. Pretty good, right? Pretty dang good. I think that's my only HP sands that I have. That's like actually decent. So we only have one good contender, and it doesn't even have crit rate on it. So I think what we're gonna do, we just have to stack as much crit damage as possible. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. Obviously, since I'm running DPS Columbina, aka Nuke Columbina, aka The Bomb, we are going to be running this set because it gives her a crit rate, as I mentioned. I'm not the smartest in terms of artifact sets. I'm like bare minimum knowledge. Don't take me as a super smart individual. Let me just say that. So I'm completely basically ignoring this because this is meant for more off-field from my understanding, you know, my level of reading, I guess, as we can see. And I'm not interested in that. So that's why I'm running this set. Just wanted to clarify. Okay. 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 See, See, the trick is, you have to be nonchalant about it. I do not care if this artifact piece rolls into defense. Yep, I said it. I simply don't care. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care, right, guys? Right. See, guys, they were just testing me. They were testing my nonchalantness. This is a almost 40 CV piece. That is beautiful. I don't even want to level this, if I'm being completely honest. So what we're gonna do, let me just double check. So we're gonna have to go into the domains. Yep, we're gonna have to go into the mines. So as of right now, essentially we're sitting at 8197. That's not bad. That is not bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad. I kind of low-key want to go into this actually multiplayer because I feel like I rarely do multiplayer. But I also don't want to be, I don't want to flex, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to seem like that type of person. But like, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, we're only clearing faster. Now, I'm just curious. I want to see how fast we can clear this because I have no idea how she works with Flint because I don't have him. So I plan on using a few fragile resins because I have a lot. And I don't know if this is the optimal way to do it. So I'm gonna do it like 2 or 3 more times and then see if the other way is better because I do think it might be better. God damn it, bro. Of course, you know, the one time I actually want it to be crit damage. This is unbelievable. I'll just save it. This will probably be very useful in the future. They don't know. They have no idea. They have no idea, guys. They have no clue. Oh, her Nefer's gonna have a good day. Her Nefer is gonna have a great time. Oh, hold on. Okay, wait. Potential. Crazy potential, actually. Not even potential, this is incredible. Not even worth showing. Okay, hold on. Not bad, it's not the worst thing ever. Okay, it doesn't have crit rate, that's actually okay. Because it has HP percent, energy recharge. Okay, I can't speak. Energy recharge and HP. That's not bad. Ugh, nothing good. Oh, hold on. God. Oh my god. This is literally good for anything else. Why did I do this to me? Potential. Wasted. Wow. Yeah. So I don't think I got necessarily anything amazing, now that I'm thinking about it. However, extreme potential feather, please. Very nice, very nice. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything, actually. You know, in theory, right, this is a good feather, but I don't need crit rate. We're still at 80 crit rate, which is very good. And I still didn't even level this up. Anyways, this is our potential piece. If it goes into HP percent, this should be good. I specified the percent, right? Right? Right, guys? Come on. That little thing. Yeah, right? You guys heard me. Surely, right? Okay, you know, what can you do, right? 8257, hello? I don't even have a goblet on her. Wait, hold on. That's pretty good. Hold on. Potential. Double potential piece. Hold on. This could be good. I have 2 candidates here. 2 amazing candidates. 3 candidates. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm gonna level up 2 of them. Yeah. Okay, yeah, yep, no doubts, no doubts. Yep. I'm doing the T thing, if you know, you know. T. Very humble. A little too humble, actually. Nothing wrong with being a little humble. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Oh, wow. Where did this piece come from? This is also a crazy piece. I do not need all of this crit rate. So no crit rate rolls, please. No. No. Yes. No. No. Okay, no. I understand. Listen. I get it. I understand. She scales with HP. Yes, I know. She needs HP. Okay. Theoretically, this is much better. This piece is much better. However, we are gaining a little bit more crit damage. It is a better piece, okay? So we're sitting at 81. Hello, future me here. Well, not really future, but you get the idea. So if you remember earlier, I couldn't get my talents up because of the boss materials I was missing. Well, today's Tuesday for me, aka we are putting belt to ass and getting those talents up today. And I'm not making the same mistake I did in the past. Okay, so I believe I should be able to maybe get her talents up by 2 levels. 2 levels was crazy. I don't know why I said 2 levels. Like 1 level each. And we can just claim these. So I think what I'm gonna do is get this one only to 7 and then put the rest into these 2. Just split it as evenly as I could. But that's unfortunately the highest I can get it today. I won't be able to crown any of them until probably next week, maybe even the week after. And low-key, this is one of my least favorite things about Genshin, the fact that they limit it to 1 time a week. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to take it the way it is. So final Columbina read. We're sitting at 51,279 with the passive that's plus 15 plus the 30 from the set. So we're sitting at around 96 crit rate, which that should jump up to 359. So we're talking 96, 359 at best. Artifacts are looking pretty all right. This is easily our worst piece and it's not even close. We have our flower, our feather, our timepiece, which is probably our best piece by far, and our goblet that we totally didn't steal from anyone. And then we have her weapon at level 90. So in my personal opinion, I think she is pretty cracked. So now that leaves us with one last thing to do, and that's what you've probably been waiting for since the beginning. The mentioned hit list. I'll keep it short. I compiled a list of bosses, not counting the domains, from each region in Teyvat that have the most HP. Disclaimer though, this doesn't include the Natlan Nightsoul local legends, and it also excludes the Fontaine Sea animals. So representing Mondstadt, we have the Regisvine, Liyue, the Primo Geo Vishap, Inazuma, the Magu Kenki, Sumeru, the Aeon Blight Drake, Fontaine, the Tainted Water-Splitting Phantasm. Natlan, we have the Fated Duo, the Battle Goat, and Iron Claw. And lastly, representing Nodcry, the Crab Tsar. Each a difficult opponent in their own right. Columbina will personally pay them all a visit. And in the ring, we have Columbina, Lauma, Nahida, and Aino, and our first opponent will be the Regisvine. Alright, so it appears Columbina is making her first moves, putting her skill down, so with Lauma, some basic attacks. Columbina puts in her ultimate, Regisvine looking a little bit clueless, so does Lauma, puts in her ultimate. And it seems that he's kind of defenseless right now, doesn't really know what's going on. Oh my god, he's already been defeated. Columbina 1, Teyvat 0. What a wipeout. Okay, Columbina, you can't do that. Just stop teabagging the Regisvine. That's very unsportsmanlike of you. Alright, it's now round 2. We are doing the same exact thing as last time. I'm seeing same combos. Oh, Nahida's coming out for the 3rd support. Llama putting in another E and another Q. Columbina coming out one more time. Oh, Primo Geo Bishop gets a hit on her. That's 2 hits. 2 hits for the Primo Geo. Oh, yeah. That's 2-0. Columbina. Round 3, starting just like all the other rounds, EQ, but it seems that the Magu Kenki is not taking any damage, almost as if he's taunting her a little bit. Nahida also misses her E. What a generational fumble. However, it doesn't seem to bother our queens now, does it? Columbina weaving in some attacks. Oh, but it looks like he's not taking any damage, but oh. Actually eviscerated. I take everything back. I'm so sorry for doubting you once again. That makes Columbina 3, Teyvat 0. Round 4, beginning just like every other round we've seen, Columbina weaving in some normal attacks just to wake him up, it seems. Puts her ult down, puts her E down, same with Lauma. Do we get a Nahida appearance? Yes, we do. Still no Ino though, but from the looks of it, it is absolutely not necessary because she absolutely wipes the floor with the Aeon Blight Drake. That is Columbina 4, Teyvat 0. Will anyone even put a dent in her HP bar? Now starting off round 5, this might be a little bit tricky because the Phantasm is in fact made of water. As we can see, he is immune. So starting off, same thing, all 3 teammates have put, ooh, a Nahida ult. That's new. Ino making her first appearance, although as we can see it is absolutely immune. But I trust that Columbina knows what she's doing. Putting in her normal attacks, putting in 50 to 70k, alright, dropping down to around 30 without the Llama burst. Makes a little sense. Llama putting in her E and her burst, barely getting it with the energy recharge, coming in clutch. Nahida putting in once again her E. Columbina comes right back out on the field, dishing out 80s and 60s like it's nothing. And the Phantasm putting in some hits back. Unfortunately, we can't see the HP bar. I think they're hiding that on purpose. And it looks like that might have been our closest matchup yet. However, Phantasm unfortunately defeated. She is, wow, once again teabagging the corpse of the Phantasm. That is, can we put that on live? You know, all I'm saying, Josh, this is looking a little bit one-sided as of right now. There is no Josh here, it's just me. But as you can see, it's the same exact thing that we've seen. We are now actually pulling out the full team instead of just 3 members because I think Columbina realized that she does in fact need more damage as we move on from nation to nation, because the opponents have more HP. Not much to add here. It seems that she's just putting down her E once more, putting down her ult. Lauma missing her Q, but looks like she just got it in time, a little bit delayed, but that is okay. Maybe some DPS lacking. Very skillfully dodging the Battle Goat dash, making sure it doesn't hit his friend, because that would be cheating. Once again, putting in her E, putting in her Q. Same with Lauma. Standard procedure. Ironclaw basically fighting for his life right now. He's kind of just getting jumped by 3 people. Honestly, if you kind of think about it, it is a little bit unfair. But that's not my problem, right guys? And it seems Ironclaw has been defeated, and now it's just the Battle Go. Looks like he's doing just the same old charge attack over and over, just running past Ironclaw's remains. I'm sure that must sting a little bit seeing that on the ground. But it looks like it might soon be over. I'm seeing some 80s, some 70s. It is looking very, very bad for Mr. Battle Goat over here. And with that, Battle Goat and his duo have been defeated. Truly a sad time, because as of right now, we have had no one come even close to stomping on Columbina. Alright, I'm a little bit worried. Why is she taking the meat? And lastly, we have the Crab Tsar, the remaining boss for all of Teyvat as of right now, who has the most HP by far. Not even close, by the way. Looks like we're putting out the same QE for everyone before we swap back out to Columbina, but it seems that the Crab Tsar has a trick up his sleeve, having a little niche element. You have to defuse some bombs before you can damage him properly. Very tricky, very tricky. Let's see how Columbina and the squad deal with this trickery. Seems as of right now it's not really being a problem, as the Crab Tsar is half health. However, he is pulling out his move right now with a shield. But it appears that Lauma deals with it actually with no problem. That is not looking good for the Crab Tsar. And Columbina is actually shorter for ult. Never mind, it's right there. My bad, girl. And she is putting out, once again, 70s like it's nothing. Absolutely wiping the floor with the Crab Tsar. What a generational performance, Columbina. 7-0 on your debut. Do you have anything to say to the people watching at home? She really has a way with words, doesn't she? Thank you all so much for tuning in for the show. Like always, we will be back next week with possibly another contestant for the ring, or maybe the exploration of new lands. Only time will tell. Take care, everyone.